What's going on, my pretty pandas? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to Monday's video, where we are going to be diving into the consequence from the evil within. It is the last DLC in the bundle of DLCs that it had. We had the executioner, we had the assignment, and then the consequence, which was the bittersweet ending to an amazing game that turned into something we all absolutely disliked. But before we get into the video, I really want to say a major huge thank you to the people who have been coming in and subscribing to the channel. Yes, honey. Like, I haven't seen my numbers go up this much since Daz Games mentioned me in one of his videos. Like, honey, I'm astonished, okay? I don't know where y'all are coming from, wherever you guys are coming from. You're coming out of hiding, I don't know where y'all are coming from, but thank you so much. By the way, for all of you, newcomers who are seeing my older videos, sorry about the cringe fest. In the continuation of the assignment DLC, we see Julia Kidman leave off with the same predicament as she was in the very last game. Alone, tired, afraid, and questioning everything. Battered with a bruised soul, we start off the consequence on chapter 3, continuing straight off from the assignment. In this game, we see more truth behind the curtain of Mobius come to the forefront, secrets bled out onto the surface that shows us who we should be really trusting. Now, Kidman has gone off the trail that her superiors had laid out for her, and Kidman finds out why Ruvik has such a close kinship with Leslie, and why he's such a perfect candidate, having potential, as Ruvik states. Leslie's parents were murdered right in front of him, and Ruvik murdered his own parents, so he was subject to the same level of loss, except he was the one that was leading to his own undoing, that is Ruvik. With Leslie, he wants to be normal. He wants to become a part of the life that was robbed from him mentally. With this DLC, there is a lot that is explained further for those who didn't understand the main game, or they just didn't get the overall plotline of it. In general, with both DLCs, which in my opinion should have been combined into one game, but that's just me, they were executed seamlessly, constructed to go along with the timeline of the first game, The Evil Within. For marketing purposes, I understand why they divided it up into two DLCs. They wanted the player to want more because, the first DLC, The Assignment, leaves off on such a cliffhanging cutscene that it's almost impossible to just want to get straight away the next DLC. I tried to contain myself, I tried to put it off, but no. Now, both DLCs only have 2 chapters, and I feel like for, you know, being that they're both $4.99, you're really not breaking the bank that much. The camera work was just as seamless as the first game, especially in the DLCs. I would think even the consequence has a little bit better camera work because you're dealing with all sorts of different angles, zombies coming from here, on your sides. So I feel like they did a really good job capturing a real life-esque kind of situation. This wouldn't be in real life, but they captured that kind of feeling of VR without the VR. And with the 2 DLCs, especially this one, I feel like it made me feel more sorry for the character Ruvik. Now, in both DLCs, especially this one, I feel like the plotline was laid out so much more thoroughly, even though it was in the assignment as well. I feel like in the consequence, we really got to see Ruvik. We really got to feel sorry for Ruvik to an extent. Now, Ruvik is most definitely a pawn in this unwinnable game of chess. We see Mobius and all that oppose Mobius fall and crumble underneath the pressure of their own mentality, crumbling beneath them. Those that are with Mobius become the things that they fear the most, lifeless and without a voice. Now, like I've said previous, the storyline was very well explained in this DLC, as well as the assignments. There was a lot that also explained the dev work behind the reasonings of what they did in The Evil Within 2, which I understand now seeing this DLC. Like, for example, the zombies cracking apart, we see that in the second game. There were memories being incorporated and so on. Why the devs decided not to include Ruvik in the second game, even more so, I know I've stated this before on my channel, but why the devs decided to go with the subplot line of finding Sebastian's daughter. You know, this only proves that we should have seen more with Leslie and Ruvik and Beacon Mental Institution than, you know, finding Sebastian's daughter. Now, looking for Sebastian's daughter would have made a great DLC. It would have made a great, like, 2-part DLC. That would have been awesome. But with this game, with how intense the storyline is, I feel like keeping it coherent would have been a lot better than just going with a subplot line that states, oh, we want to be diverse, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but do you really want to be diverse in an already set universe that you just need to continue. Now, Jennifer Carpenter especially, which you might remember her from Dexter or The Exorcism of Emily Rose, her bad cop cursing nature from Dexter really helped her in this role, I think. The notes, the recordings, they basically came alive, and she truly became not just a character, but a part of the cog in the STEM machine. Also, during the gameplay, this is a spoiler, so sorry, but not sorry. But if you shoot Ruvik's brain before you're supposed to meet with Sebastian and Leslie, like right before, a little bit before the game, you get a what's called a fake ending, and you get shot right back into the game, which I think is hilarious and just goes to show you should just stick with the plot line. Also, this next point isn't a critique, as it is something that I found very interesting and kind of funny in the game. In this game, you have the ability to call out to an enemy to distract the enemy from your next point that you need to go to, from your target location. The enemy call is simply, "Hey," or "Over here," which, I mean, you know, it's simple, to the point, but lacking in creativity. Which I get, out of all the things that they could have spent time to do development work on, I really don't think that their main concern was an enemy call for Kidman. So would I recommend this DLC? Yes, I would highly recommend this DLC, but buy both. Don't just buy one, or you're gonna just buy the second one anyway because it leaves on a cliffhanger. From a walking flashlight to an insane patient who is your key to survival, who do you trust? Your gut or Mobius? But that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you all like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below. That way you get notifications, updates on when I post in the community tab, all that kind of stuff. But stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in tomorrow's video, which is Red Dead Redemption 2. Peace.